Hi everyone, my name is Owen McGabinawo and welcome to HYVA. And what I do here is I provide entrepreneurs with a means to save time to focus on their income producing activities. And today I have one of my clients, and I'm glad you're here today. His name is Paul McAllister from beautiful Lac Natal. And before we even start talking about HYV, I'm going to go back in the past to understand where you're coming from and where we are right now. So before you hired a virtual assistant from HYVA, what was your daily work schedule like? And if you can go into some more details about what you were doing for your business, that would be nice.
Okay. Well, I work. I'm in IT, so I do IT support for the government here, and so I work and then I come home and then I have to work on this business. And like when I come home and I work on this business, it involves like checking emails from customers and responding to phone calls or calling the housekeeper to arrange cleanings or the handyman to arrange maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of interacting with customers and the handyman and housekeeper.
And I can definitely understand because you have the full-time job and then you come home because you're running your business on the side. Instead of relaxing, now you're back into schedule number 2, trying to catch up on all you've missed and trying to make sure everything is ready for the next day. I can definitely understand the pain you were in. And so I'm curious, but what prompted you to say, you needed to go ahead and hire a VA? What was that, turning point that you just said, I can't take this anymore. I need to go find a VA for myself?
Well, there's other things I want to be working on too. Like I'm writing a book for that's going to be targeted towards people that are interested in buying vacation property.
Okay.
Buying vacation property and renting it out. So now that I have Nell, it kind of gives me more time to write my book. And also there was other things I wanted to do because I was actually out of the country for 13 months in Afghanistan. So when I was over there, I said, when I come back, I'm going to make sure I learn how to play piano. So it's just something I've always wanted to do. So now I can actually take piano lessons at night and do other things that interest me.
And I'm curious, the whole idea of people come across the idea of hiring virtual assistants from different forms. How exactly where did you first hear about the term or the concept virtual assistants from?
From the 4-Hour Workweek, that book.
Wow.
It's
Tim Ferriss seems to be bringing a lot of people into the understanding of what virtual assistants are and all that. And thanks to him for that, more grease to his elbows. And I'm curious, because you now decided to hire a virtual assistant, you definitely had some fears and reservations that you were experiencing before even taking that step to do that. I was wondering if you can share what reservations or fears you had, before you finally had the ability to hire a virtual assistant from HYVA. What kind of fears or reservations did you have with the process?
Well, I was kind of nervous about someone else representing my business because one of the most time-consuming things that I do is just interacting with customers. So that would be the thing I would have a virtual assistant do for me. So I was a bit nervous about that because I know when I'm interacting with customers, I'll give it my best because it's my business. So I was a little bit nervous about passing that off to someone else. And
I'm curious
also,
because people are wondering probably you have just stated the fear you had, but how exactly did HYVA help to elevate that fear and basically get rid of it?
well, speaking to you helped, and also the project manager over there in the Philippines. The project manager, he's really good. If I had, I used to speak to him, and then he would tell the virtual assistant what to do, and then I would start speaking directly to the virtual assistant. I was checking up on him all the time. So that at first I was checking up on him, kind of micromanaging a little bit,
Yeah.
and I was watching, I was there, and then I could see that he was getting the hang of things and he was reliable, so I could step away a little bit.
And
And
you
now,
mentioned you go ahead, and I'll say the point when you're done. Go ahead.
okay, and now I just check in once in a while, say, hey, how's everything going? And usually there's no problems or anything.
And you mentioned something that right there is that when you started the process, there was a little bit of learning curve, and you gradually went through the process with the project managers as well as the VA to gradually hand off the work that they were doing for you until now where you're no longer as bugged in as in every day in doing the task yourself. Can you explain what that process was like for you, I guess?
Yeah, like that was actually another reservation that I had was that it would take a long time for the virtual assistant to learn what I do, but it didn't take too long. Like I'd say now he's up to speed. Like I've been with the service for about a month or so, I think, and he's been really good. So yeah, at first, like I would just I would say, okay, when you're doing this task, do it this way, and I try and build those systems, and also the VA and the project manager, they actually help build the systems too.
I like the fact that you said that because that's one key thing that I always see working when people who experience good have a good experience with virtual assistant is based on the fact that they understand that their business is run based on systems. Maybe you don't have the systems all written out, or probably you do, but there is a way in which you do things in your business. And just share with us what exactly the process that you guys went through in regards to creating a process around how they do your work for you.
Well, I had some canned responses like that I used to when I had because all the questions I got from customers, most of them were the same or very similar. So I had some canned responses already, but I asked the VA as one of the first assignments was to read all those canned responses and to translate them from English to French because I have some French customers. So using Google Translate, translate them from English to French, and then implement them into the email system I use. So that was the first task, and that kind of let him see the most common answers that I would give to questions. So I think that kind of helped them learn a little bit.
Definitely, and that's just one of the systems that you guys use. And I know that after talking to your project manager, you guys are doing quite a lot. And so one of the things I like from that is that you had processes in place. In this case, now one of the processes you're talking about is communicating with your clients based on canned questions. And so I'm curious, you were able to get past your fear. Now you're working with us, and now you're giving us a testimonial. I'm curious, anyone who's probably going through that same phase of trying to figure out, should they go ahead and hire a virtual assistant or not? What is that one thing that you probably want to leave with them to, just encourage them to move forward, press the trigger, and just go ahead and hire a VA, possibly even from HYVA?
Well, the thing that helped me decide to go ahead and try a virtual assistant was the 1 week trial that you offered. I called around a bit to other places, and none of them offered that 1 week trial. And yeah, just if I find because my goal was to just give myself more time. Other people might have different goals. Like other people might want to work on other businesses more than just give themselves a bit of sanity time.
Yeah.
In the day. But I would say just try it for about a month. Because that's what I found. I found it took a month for my VA to fully learn everything, and he's pretty much up to speed now. And he's even doing things by himself, like he upsold a customer by himself.
That's nice.